Hello everybody, XJoe81X, and on the tubes today we're going to be showing you my weed whacker. This is a whacker for weeds. This is a Homelite trim light from Home Depot. It was produced in April of 1999. For all of those that care, it's going to be model number UT, as in Union Thomas, 20704, serial number MA, as in Mama, ashtray 11400611. The reason I'm making this video today is because I ran out of string. Or, it's not called string, it's not called yarn. It'll come to me. So, I've had this for a while, obviously since 1999 or at least 2000. Obviously moved in here and started using it. This is mine. Couple quick things. Why am I making this video? Is because I was looking for string and I didn't know the thickness of the string to use. Line, sorry, and it's not even a weed whacker. It's actually a weed trimmer, and this is weed trimmer line. I'll tell you that in a second. So I say, you know what? I think I'm using the wrong line. The thickness at least. Well, let me use what's in here until it runs out, which you can tell there's one string left which has to get pulled out. I'll show you that. And the other string fell out last week while trimming the side. So I go on to the internet and I type in the serial number and I find every solitary thing about this except the yarn. I keep saying yarn. It's not called yarn. It's not called string. It's called something else that my mind is completely fucking not remembering. Trim line. No, it's line. It's stupid anyway. So I find everything. I find the trigger. Every single thing is replaceable. You go to Sears Parts Direct or however it is.com. You take that and you flare and dip all over the interwebs. So finally, a website later tells me that this is actually 0.0080. And of course, Depot, Lowe's, anything else around you, Ace Hardware. And I chose to purchase this. I can't see it because of the fucking exposure. I will move the camera in a second, but this is what I chose. See on right there is 0.080. It's the Echo brand. This was $14.97. I walked around, I did the math. It's 350 feet. I have 2 lines coming off. That should last me multiple years. I don't do a lot of weed whacking. So that's that. So the basis of this video was when I went onto YouTube, there's multiple different kinds of heads. And there's multiple different ways of stringing the head. And I wanted to make sure I was doing it correctly, which, ironically enough, I actually was doing it correctly. So, with that being said, I decided to make my own little weed whacker video. Go to thehomedepot.com and type in weed whacker string. You won't even get a hit unless my parameters on the internet are incorrect. You'll get weed whackers and trimmers, but you won't get the string. So then you go on the top and you go to the search and you type in weed whacker, whatever. Basically, it's a weed trimmer. Then if you write in weed space trimmer space, it'll say line. And then you'll have the 397 products that you could purchase. And when you click on the store you want, it goes down to like 12. So that's about it. A couple things about this. I'm going to go over here and show you. This hurts my back. One thing that is missing is the guard. It comes with a big plastic guard. It's shaped like a cone. And it has a metal thing at the end, so the string, when it whips around to a certain length, it hits the metal thing, cuts it off. If I make this string too long, it actually sounds like a propeller. It just, you can make it really big, and then it loses momentum, and it really doesn't whack the weeds, but eventually it naturally gets down to a certain size. I forgot what this is called, but when you need more string, as this is rotating, you hit this cavitates, and then it spits out more string, and that's when you have the cone mechanism like this with the guard and then the metal almost like a razor blade. The reason why I don't like this is because the actual industrial weed whacking stuff actually is a straight shaft, and it's more of an upright. This I keep loose for moving. Excuse me if you can't hear me. Let's see. So let's say you start it and you go over here to weed whack. You could do this, but you kind of see the way I am. You kind of like extending your arms. You can't, right? So what I do is you have to kind of do this. Put it whatever side you want to do it on, and you just whang, and it hits. When you want to make the nice edge, you either turn it this way, or you could actually, it won't get hot on your shoulder. I've turned it actually this way, and I've done this. But look at my body. I constantly have to do a little, right? This is not broken, so I'm not going to purchase one. The straight shaft, this basically would go out to here. It would eliminate the bending, and you could just, it's longer, and you could just work it like this and stay upright. But again, this is constantly like this. So that's what's kind of annoying. I did replace the fuel canister on it. China had fun with me. I just can't explain it. If you look right here, you'll see the indentations. Those were from the factory. What happens is when I put, this is a 2-cycle, so obviously you have to mix gas and oil separately, which is right here in this little 5-liter, 1 1/4 gallon. You know, there's gas in there and oil, 2 ratio. You put it in, and I leave it right here. For argument's sake, it's out of the way. I leave it right here. See? It sits on the 2x4, and it sits right there. Well, as time passed, there was drippings. Okay, well, why is there drippings? Okay, well, guess what? China. Okay, why China? China, this thing was muscle memory. This has indented itself. So when the fuel was in there, it wasn't sealing the rubber like a straw. There's a lot of pollen. So I had to basically move out the straw. As you could see, the indentations, I had to pull out some slack. And then, you know what? Fuck it. I fill it up when I use it, and then I dump it back in when I'm done, and it stays dry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's, sorry.